solved number 1. Doing green white. Saw this pair. Brought it over, dropped it in. And for this other pair, it wasn't that bad. Just repositioned the corner and connected it to the edge. Then just connected it. DR edge. And preserve this pair while doing it with our wide moves. Then just brought this through the M slice, moved the corner over, and then reconnected it. U2 insert. Wait. No, I didn't do it with all wide moves. I did it with the first one. It was just a regular R, and like that. Then I connected it through the M slice. U2 insert, and then it's just this ugly pair. Finished it off with the R wide move to get the yellow center on top. The CMLL soon canceled into Nick loss. EO, these are all oriented and these two are not. So move. U prime, move from the back. These two are opposite. This is opposite of these corners, so put them diagonal. And I saw that this was the same as this center and this was yellow. So
this is the first scramble. In this scramble I had this F12 pair which I thought of using as an X cross, and I had my cross pieces there, there and there. So what I did was I did an U2 and inserted this F12 inside to create this block. Then I inserted this orange edge like this, inserted this blue edge like this, and inserted this red at the back. While inserting this red, I have this another F12 created, so I just inserted that at the back. And while doing that, I was already tracking these two, so I have these two in here now, so I can solve these two as my next F2L, and these two would be my next. And a good thing about this is that I completed my last two F12s using only R moves, so it was a little bit faster. Then I had this OLL, which is basically F U R U prime R prime twice and then F prime, and then I have this U perm.
alright, for the second scramble, I did orange white and saw this pair. Same thing as in the first level. Brought it over there, dropped it in. And I knew in inspection that these two were going to be like this, so I just connected them with F, brought them over and dropped them in. First pair I did was this. Saw that the DRH was already in, so I brought it out. I simultaneously brought it out and separated it. So I'll just reconnect it correctly and insert. Saw that this was here and this was green coordinate. Wait. No, I didn't. Yeah. I took it out, separated it, put it back, and then inserted it. Then brought this corner out, just connected it with the M slice to anti-soon. U prime, move, because these two are diagonal and flipped. U. Now they're together. Just bring them to the D edge, the D layer, then put them in their right spots, and just the last 6 edges.
This was the next scramble. In the scramble, I saw that the red cross was very easy, and I had this F12 which I could track, use as my first pair. So in the inspection, I saw this cross solution, and I also saw that after doing my cross, this corner will be here, so I could do this as my first pair and insert it at the back. So I did my cross like this, which essentially put these two edges in here. Then I did a D2 to fix my cross, and then I just started doing these two. While I was doing that, I saw that I had these two, so I could use that as my second pair. And while doing that, I saw these two, so that would be my third pair. And then these two came out, which I can use as my fourth pair. Then I got a dot OLL case, and I don't really know any dot OLLs, so I just did an FRU prime U prime F prime to get two edges, and then I had this OLL which I just did in my OLL al, and then I got a PLL skip.
For the third scramble, so this edge can be connected with this, with an M2, DM2, and I saw that it would pair up nicely with this edge connected to its center, so I did that. Moved this over here, M2, they're connected as a pair, brought them in. Knew that this was just going to be over here, and just brought this over, Y to R2, F. Saw that this was connected, so I planned to make the second block square with this edge, brought them down, inserted it, flipped it, U2, yeah, now it's a square. Then brought this over, flipped the orientation, connected it, brought it out of the way, brought it down, U prime, insert, finish off with a small R, a regular R prime, instead of a small R prime, so I would get my centers. Anti-nick loss, M2, get the arrow, brought this over here, and now they're opposite, so there, and it's just this case.
So this was the third scramble, and in the scramble I saw that the white cross was pretty easy, so I went ahead and did the white cross. So I have my cross pieces there, 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 and there. So how I solved this cross was that I held the white side in front and red on top, and then the D, then R to put the red and blue. Then I did a rotation and D move to move the blue and red aside, and then solve the orange and green. Doing that, I saw that I had these two which I could use as my first pair, so I adjusted my cross and started doing these two. While I was inserting this, I saw that these two were here which I could do as my second pair. So I did a rotation and then broke this two apart and then solved this. So then I had these two, and to solving this and for solving this I did a U and then a Y2 rotation just to use R and U moves for this instead of doing L and U moves. So I paired them up like this and then inserted them. So then I have these two as my last F12, which I just solved the beginner's way, R prime U prime way. I did not see these two before, otherwise you could have cancelled this insert into this. So basically what you could have done is, instead of inserting this at the back, you could have done R2 like this, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R to solve both of them at the same time. Then I got another dot case, so I did F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime to get two edges, and then my OLL, just like this, and then I got a G perm.
Saw that this pair was right here, and I could bring this down, connect it with the center, and then the second pair would be favorable, so brought this down, connected it with the center, U wide, slide it in. Then these two were just 2 moves off from being paired inside already, so connected them with the M prime, B, alright. DR edge, just brought it in R2, connected these two the Cfop way, brought them in the back, cancelled when I took it out, separated them, brought it over, and inserted. Did a U2 to recognize it. It's just pure L. This case, just then you get the arrow, so it's moved from the back. Then this is the same, so. And I could have cancelled, but I didn't see that in time, and would have just wasted more time than it would have been worth, so. Recognized it, U2, there.
So this is the fourth scramble. In this scramble, I saw this F12 pair. So I went and inspected the red cross to use this F12 pair. And in this red cross, I saw that this, like my cross pieces were there, and there. And when I will insert these three pieces, this yellow will be in here. So instead of just putting this yellow down, I can insert this to create this block. So I inspected that much in inspection. So I did my cross like this. And while doing the cross, I was looking at how other F12 performing on the top. And then I saw these two. So once I did this X cross, I went over and started doing these two. Now I had two of my front layers solved, and generally speaking, whenever I have two of the front layers solved, I do rotation just so that I have one slot empty, which I can do. So I saw I had this two, so I just paired these two up like this, and instead of just doing R prime and then U, I just did an R2 over that side and then just inserted this just so that I can have better transition and seamlessly insert this instead of doing an RU. While I inserted that, this F12 got paired up at the back, so I just did that as my last F12 pair. Then I have this OLL, which is basically wide F, RU, R prime, U prime twice, and then a wide F prime, and then I have this Y perm PLL.
Alright, for the fifth scramble. And I did mess up here. Yeah, that sucked. Could have been a lot lower than a 14. So, for the scramble I did green, yellow. Just a 2-move square. Yeah. Did an R2, U wide 2. Pair them up. These two were over here. Connected them. Did them over and dropped them in. DR edge, just put it in R2, and this pair, Cfop blade, and I saw this was blue, so I canceled into it. Well, I thought I did, but I thought it was blue, so I was going too fast, so I just dropped it in. I didn't notice that it wasn't the DR edge, so yeah, that sucked. These two. LSE, but I still acted stupid. Then now I just noticed it. And yeah.
This was the last scramble. I saw this F12 pair, so I once again inspected the red cross, and red cross has its pieces there, and this green piece. So once I insert those three pieces, this pair would be in this position. So after inserting this green edge, I can just insert this like a normal F12 pair. So I had that much in inspection. So I did my cross like this, and while doing the cross, I was looking at how other pairs performing. So I did my D2, then inserted this, and then I saw that these two were there. So I inserted this. And instead of just doing it like this or the beginner's approach, I did U prime D prime and keyhole this in like that. So while I was doing that, I saw that these two were here, so I just started doing these two. I broke them apart and then started like I will just do that next. But then I saw these two, so I would do that as my next pair. So I just paired them up and inserted them. Then I have this OLL, which is basically an wide R and then soon, and then I have an A perm.